causes us to fear?
Thank you, thank you.
Let's start with our young people, and then adults, you can be prepared to answer. What
I'm
causes?
coming! Ready? Hey, is that cool? Awesome.
Say that again? People around us? Can anybody elaborate on that? People around us. Can you think of something that may cause us to fear? If people around us cause us to fear, what does that mean about us? We're insecure, right? Maybe we have insecurities because we're worried about what people think around us, right? And it causes us to fear. Or maybe we think somebody's dangerous, and we feel like we're not strong enough to handle it, right? So that could be another reason. Did you think of anything, Gabby? The devil, he definitely causes us to fear. He strives to, because the Bible tells us that we should not be afraid, right? Can anybody elaborate on this? Or maybe you got something else you want to share?
Uncertainties.
Uncertainties, yes,
The
causes to
unknown.
fear. The unknown. In life, even in every day, sometimes we have a fear because we don't know the outcome, right, of situations. We don't know how things are gonna work all the time. So there's, again, that goes along with insecurities, because we're not sure what's gonna happen and we're not sure if we're gonna be able to handle it, right?
Right.
So that causes fear. Can anybody elaborate?
And sometimes we afraid because we think we're not fit to do what we supposed to do.
Right, so we think we're not equipped
Yeah,
to do the task that we are supposed to do.
yeah.
So there again, that's insecurity, right? It all falls in line. Everything so far that you've been saying all goes together with that word, insecurity. Fear of death. Marina, we've already had that in our first class together. You think I don't remember these things? Fear of death. That's good. That's kind of the unknown, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen exactly. We know what the Bible tells us, but we've never experienced it. So therefore, there's some uncertainties. There's some unknowns.
Past experiences, things that we've experienced throughout life has caused some fears because of how the outcomes came or how different circumstances that are out of our control.
Right.
Has
There you go. Looking at our past sometimes can cause fear because we are afraid, what if this happens again? Wow, that's a good one. Anybody else? All right, so everything so far that was mentioned has to go with uncertainties or looking at our situation that happened before and how it was out of our control, and we don't know if it's gonna happen again, and we don't know if we're gonna be prepared for it. So, can you see what's surrounding this fear? Us. We're worried that we're not going to be able to handle it. We're worried that we don't know what to expect. This is what God is trying to show us in this year, this sure foundation. Don't rely on yourself.
Right. Amen.
Rely on me. Rely on Him. Rely on Him. He is in control.
That's right.
Why can we sing, I'm no longer a slave to fear?
Amen.
Because I am a child of God.
Amen.
That is.
I don't have to be tied up in knots, worrying about what's going to happen or how it came out before and what if it happens again, or what I can't control, or what someone else is going to think of me, or anything like that. And sometimes our sin, again,
Yeah.
that word that we try to hide and ignore and don't think about. want to block out that word. Sometimes sin causes fear. Because maybe we did something wrong, so then we're like in turmoil because we're afraid it's going to come back to bite us. And guess what? It's a good thing you're in turmoil because that means there's still hope for you. Because guess what? It will come back to bite you. So therefore, make it right. Make it right. Get it right with God. No longer a slave. Don't be in that bondage any longer.
Amen.
You can be set free.
Amen.
Jesus, it is his desire. I'm telling you, I probably will mention this again in our lesson Sunday morning, because this part anyway, because it kind of goes along with the question that somebody had, and why hasn't Jesus come back yet? Because his mercy is extended to you and to me, so that we can make it right. The person that they said that to, they asked, wasn't me, it was somebody else, and that person's answer was, you and I should be glad that he hasn't come back yet because we're not ready. And so we need to get ready so that way when he comes back, we'll go. That's a good step to know you're not ready, but you don't want to stay there. You need to give it over to Jesus. Ask him to help you. Again, this is a step of not what you can do, but what Jesus can do through you. Because you can wait and wait and wait and say, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, and never repent of your sin because you're waiting for you to get ready. You need to repent, let it go, be free from it, get off the hook, and let Jesus help you the rest of the way. When I made that decision to come back to Jesus, after one of these days I'll share my testimony with you. But when I made that decision to come back and my heart was all in it to give my life back to God completely, oh, that devil was whispering in my ears over and over while I was at the altar praying and crying my heart out sincerely, repentant, sincerely turning back to God. Those thoughts was coming, but what if you can't do this? What if you leave and walk out those doors and you go back? And are you really sure you want to give this up and give that up? All these thoughts were going through my mind while I'm over here crying my eyes and my heart out to God because I love him. I love him so much. And then I reminded myself, my love for him is greater than my love for the things of this world. My love for him is greater than anything. So I conditioned my heart and my mind to say, I may not be strong enough, but God, you're going to go out these doors with me, and you're going to help me not to turn back to sin. And because I relied on his power, I was able to leave those things behind. And because he did it for me, I know he can do it for you. God is awesome. He's great. He's faithful. His grace and mercy is the reason why he has not come back yet. He's giving you and I a chance to get our hearts right with him and to learn how to stand on that sure foundation. Not just a theme for the year, but a lifestyle. Sure foundation. Not wishy-washy in our Christian walk. Not being conditional with what we're giving him and what we're not going to give him, but just pouring ourselves out and saying, God, I'm going to trust in you. I've tried too long on my own. I need to rely on